came from inside the home. All right. Good morning, everybody. It's 6:11. It's not 9:11. It's 6:11, 2022. Saturday, December 31. And we're going to have a sunrise pretty soon. And I have my camera ready here. That's, if you can see it, looking at some of the things that makes this situation work. And I'm gonna take my headphones off, which is the only way I can hear what's going on, except for the fact that I'm the one that's talking. Ouch. So I'm gonna put those little suckers right down there. So the headphones are there. But I have a remote camera. And I'm gonna go walking around, scaring everybody. It's early, so I'm whispering. But now I can talk. So we have Jimmy's kitchen. It'll be active pretty soon. There's a banana. 2 bananas. 1 potato, 2 potatoes. And 1 banana, 2 banana.
Little we still know. How many questions remain? There are details. It's hard to know what's relevant.
All right, let's go out on the balcony. All right, cat. Take a hike. Yeah. I don't like stepping over a cat because if the cat moves, you trip on the cat, you fall down, and then you could be dead. Not likely, but who knows? All right, so we're looking out over my balcony. We're looking south, and it could be, since I can't actually see what I'm looking at, I should. Anyway, we got audio. I think I might have lost the video connection. Anyway, I'm looking out over my balcony. Yeah. A nice scene, for sure. All right, so let's undo this. Oh, you out. The message on my phone, but I can't read it because the frame is in the way. Well, it looks like we're still got video, so that's a good thing. You can hear me. Let's go back outside. Maybe that message is, I might lose the connection. There's Kino. There, say hello, Kino. Anyway, you can see right over this building. The sunrise will come up right over this building, right over that crane, and say, hello. Hello, moon. I'm the sun. And I'm 93 million miles away. And watch out. And we're looking north. Straight up. Got a couple plants. Of course, we got a flag. Excuse me, cat. Okay. Like I say, I can't see anything. I can't hear anything either. But,
Let's hope we don't make this guy famous.
all right.
That's half the time what they want. And of course, we're covering it because of the gruesome nature of it.
So that's the test.
The victims, and hopefully this guy, if he is convicted, if he's the right guy,
Let's close this up. I really should. That's a nice way to freeze frame. Is the sun coming up right over the that building, like I told you.
Leads and we're working on information for a while for the rest of us look like. Where's this case going?
Can I just mention there was an interesting point also there. His
There
sister
we go. I
was
got
a
my video
mental
back.
health professional in New Jersey who wrote an op-ed about the killings involved.
If you don't mind, I'm going to go back.
So we'll dig into some of that. There's a lot of
Carefully.
pieces of information.
Go back. I'm connected. I don't want to leave my cat out here by himself because he's going to. Inside. No, inside. There we go. Let's go. There we go. Look out my window here. That is. We were pre-sunrise. Right there. Let's just come over the balcony edge here for a minute. It's really. We got some clouds that'll be in the way. Thunderheads, probably. All right, we're in. You can hear hear the birds chirping. Coming back. Look at that, I'm still mobile.
She was indeed a trailblazer. And Elizabeth Hasselbeck tweeting, I love you, Barbara. God is in the story. It will be an honor to be broadcasting about your love.
What do you got? People dying.
Walters is survived by
Pope
her
died.
daughter. She was 93 years old. A TV icon
Barbara Walters died.
and a trailblazer indeed.
At 93, the Pope died at 95.
Thank you for those headlines. Coming up later in the show, this morning, Elizabeth Hasselbeck will be joining us, former Fox and Friends host, also former co-host of The View, along with
Straight up.
Barbara Walters. She'll be here
At my light,
10 a.m.
which is not on.
You know, listen, I got my start.
There we go.
I was on The Real World, but I got my real
Hello.
start in TV hosting from Barbara Walters, and so I got to know her over the years. She was very perplexed by my life choices. Let's just say that. But listen, she's an amazing woman. I will always be grateful for knowing her. She had a very maternal feeling about young people coming into the business as I was, and it was I always feel like I'm lucky to know that I worked with Barbara Walters. I feel the same way about Maria Bartiromo, by the way. You guys know that. Both icons, larger than life. Yes, for sure. So, looking forward to this interview with Elizabeth. Fascinating.
It will be the 9 o'clock hour. So coming up live from the Wild Horse Saloon here
Okay.
in Nashville, Tennessee, we are ringing in the new year with Dr. Jeanette
I got my camera.
right here.
Hold on one second. Let me just put the microphone down. I'm gonna take the camera out of this frame. Jeez. There we go. This frame is unbelievable to hold the camera. Fits in this the spring-loaded thing here. This is made by Newer. This is a really rigorous. It's an aluminum frame, painted in black. It's almost like enamel, but it's really great for the iPhone camera. Is a stunning development. I'm back, and the cameras. Oh boy, I've got some really good. I've got a really good camera and lens. And the iPhone 14 Pro Max Super Duper iPhone is unbelievable. As a person that has taken hundreds of thousands of pictures, maybe even millions, I've not counted. I know there are about 450,000 pictures which we have online on www.416-1100.com. And let me open up this little doodad. So this is my iPad, as you can see. Well, let's do. I got better yet. After I sip my coffee. All right. So I'm going to open up this thing. And I'm going to pull down here. And I'm going to go www.416-1100.com. Oops. .com. Go. See right there. We cannot find the server. Live TV, okay. All right, let's go there. Let me put. It should work, but it didn't. Let's go on this one. There it is. Okay. Here's my opening frame. The 15th Annual Concours de Elegance. 27th of February. That's, 10 months ago. 10 a.m. Boca Raton Hotel. Property. So you touch on that, and this opens up this camera. Oh. That's the Marilyn and Jim show. I got a little badge for each of the 14 years this sucker's been taken. You see, there's Jimmy. Looking at the motorbikes when you come in through this gate that's right there. They start off with the motorbikes. And it's amazing. I didn't put up all the pictures, needless to say, and my globe is not running. So we need to find out where the globe is. It's missing. And I need to change this right here, my copyright, because in 1990 I kind of founded this site. So I need to extend the copyright up to 2023. And thanks to the miracles of modern medicine, I'm still here. Kicking. Because I survived quadruple bypass surgery. I call myself a bypass surgery survivor. I mean, that operation is so freaking drastic. I mean, it's a serious operation. Anytime they take a saw and cut all. They cut just short of the Adam's apple. And oh my God, what's inside? Well, same stuff as these doctors have seen before. I don't know how many surgeries Dr. Brian Buffet did. You know, he was the lead surgeon on my medical team. Jose Ordonez, cardiologist, is the one that did the angioplasty up my left groin, where that thing goes right up through your tubicini goes up into your arteries. Main ones, big ones. And it's got and with the fluoroscope, which is a live video x-ray, you can see the arteries. A couple of them weren't pumping properly. He showed me one artery that was so atrophied that it was barely connected to the heart at all. So my heart, that part of the muscle was getting oxygenated from other capillaries in the network, because that one was down. So I told Ordonez, why don't you just put a paperclip on there and the hell with it? Forget that one. Make it, instead of quadruple, we just make it a trifecta. He says, no, we can. Dr. Buffet and myself think we can rehabilitate that port into the heart and use a nice, fresh blood vessel in the chest to, get rid of that one that's atrophied. And then we got this other one that's not quite atrophied, but it's also 90% blocked. So I had a couple of 70s, a 90, and a 99% blockage. So I had serious blockage. Yeah, it was not good. I'm looking at this. Turn down the brightness. Touch it again. There we go. You see this TV right there, which is a business channel. Let's turn her down. She's such something short of a big mouth. This is the microphone I'm talking on, so you want to keep that right there. This one. We want to hear her? No. She won't shut up. Shut up. Oh, who is this? This is Dr. Nishawat. Hangover cures. Oh, I bet that's it. Compazine. The magic drug, which eliminates the nausea thing. I remember that. It's relatively easy to get. It's by prescription, so you've got to know a doctor to just get it. And the poor Pope Benedict XVI, at 95 years of age, has slid into the other world, as did Barbara Walters. We can't make fun of her anymore. Darn. No, I haven't thought of Barbara Walters in probably 10 years or so, or more, 12. There you go. See that right there? 26,405,483. That's how you would say that number. It's a big number. Let's see. I have 9 digits. When we get past the 999 million, it recycles. I think it stops. But just to prove that that's a live counter, let's see if I have my website on my phone. You know, a link. Like, click right here and it goes to 4161100.com with a dot. Excuse me, with a hyphen. 416-1100.com. Okay. Let's just start typing. www. Stuff I've been through. This is heaven to me. Hi, I'm U.S. Army Specialist Jason Wheeler. 416 Foundation built me a smart home. Regain my independence. Jumping out of a black helicopter, parachute malfunctioning, and I hit the ground full force. The brutal impact of the fall left me with a brain injury, legally blind, I'm going to press. Loss of both legs. Bingo, go there. There it is. They can help others who are catastrophically injured. Please visit t2t.org. Let's go to the counter. Those are all albums. Where's the counter? There it is. See? Look at that. 484. 405,484. This was 483. Every time someone goes there, it counts up. And of course, if I recycle this, whoa, I don't know what I touched. Bingo. Now that I've tried Clean Boss, I would never go back to any of the other Clean Boss replaces bleach in the bathroom. If I just touch that one and hit the recycle button. There is not a hazardous warning on the back of this bottle. There doesn't need to be. It's all $4.95. It was 3. This is 4. This is 5. But that's amazing. Save time, money, and space. How? One bottle of Clean Boss replaces 15 of these others. Get rid of them. If you order now, we'll send you 2 big bottles of Clean Boss for every surface in your home for just $29.95. But because Joy is so excited for you to use Clean Boss, she insisted to make the deal even better. So we did. Deal of the first $100 will double the offer. So you get 4 big 24-ounce bottles for exactly the same price. Just $29.95. How about you get 4 big bottles for every surface in your home? Go to shopcleanboss.com and get Clean Boss now. I love it. So you can tell from where you're getting here, or just a group of visitors. Your website. Go there. Fox News alert: authorities in Pennsylvania arresting 28-year-old. At $4.95. I started from 0. It's hard to believe. A long time ago. And taking a lot of pictures. And hit the back button. Hit the back button. Okay, so let's go home. Go home. Yeah, it's a good place. I'm home. Police work here. The site's really fast because I got a real fast connection. The site is super fast. It's actually I was in California with the Smug Mug people. SMUG, MUG, Smug Mug. No eyewitness. Here we now have. Excuse me, just had a little sipperoni of some nice. It's almost like hot chocolate because I had a lot of half and half. It's scary. They were both students at a high level. Lenny was a law student. So here they're celebrating the 100th anniversary of the Duesenberg. All right, here we are. We're celebrating. We've got a little cocktail on the table, which is out of sight. These are our credentials. So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out over the next couple of days and see if they're, I hate to say it, but Maryland's always good for a smile. Jimmy is just happy to be there.
It's an interesting observation.
I made to think of it. June of, I think, 2000.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a behavioral scientist, but
19,
those
20, 21.
the FBI behavioral scientists have been studying this for a long time. And people like this don't just spontaneously combust overnight. I mean,
2019, 2018. June 5th of 2018. They had me opened, it was like a slab of meat, you know, at the surgeon's, you know, say, okay, Prep Wilson, you know, so it cut through my sternum, and they got this thing that goes, you know, they crank it open. Unbelievable. This thing, they don't make a very big incision. It's only the incision. The incision is only about this, you know, like 4 or 5 inches, something like that.
Right, that's a college back in Pennsylvania.
Right there.
I have a limited amount of time.
Yeah, it's that big.
So
That
the
big.
amount of information we have right now, you mentioned the behavioral sciences unit at the FBI.
But they have those calipers and stuff. They just, it stretches the skin like crazy. You know, I mean, this whole area was like itchy. You know, like like a gorilla. Now you don't want to scratch the incision itself, but the surrounding skin was so scratched that all my surface skin cells were totally, you know, aggravated. So they were really, it was like itchy. So I had some cortisone cream to make the itchy kind of like go away. It's symptomatic. It's a hydrocortisone cream, so it was kind of like a healing cream. But anyway, so it's Jimmy in Maryland. And they caught the guy that murdered these four people, 3 girls and a guy. Jesus. And the guy is going for his PhD in forensics. Jesus. So he thought he could pull off a crime and get away with it. Well, 6 weeks later, and he was still. But, you know, God knows how long the police were on his trail. I mean, they caught him in his parents' home in Pennsylvania. You know, they can look up in the phone book and find out where your parents live. Wherever he lived, they ransacked that place. Well, you know, they had his DNA, apparently, that was taken from underneath the fingernails of the girl scratching away, trying to survive. And, you know, any perspiration that's going on with him, it's, you know, it's cold up there, but still, when you got a struggling 120-pound person, well, you're stabbing in the chest. You got to hit the chest a few times before you hit pay dirt, meaning an artery or something, or the heart itself. You know, it's the ideal place is right in here. You stick a knife right in there and twist it around a little bit, and you've just wiped out the heart and the aorta and all, you know, those pulmonary veins and stuff. So, wouldn't make a big mess because the heart would stop. So, you just get some bleeding from the wound and, you know, whatever's floating around in the arteries. If you stab everywhere else, you know, the heart's still pumping and the blood is leaking out and it's a big frickin' mess. Right? Right in here. You stick them, you know, come up on them and you stick them right there. Right between. I'm a karate guy. a long time ago. And self-defense, you want to get somebody, you right in here. This little 2 or 3 inch, right alongside of the neck, goes right down into the heart. Back in the old days, ancient days, 500 or 600 years ago, when you were pronounced to be killed by, some Roman official, they had a big knife. You were basically tied to a seat, straight up, shoulders back, and the executioner would just have this big knife, and he'd just go right here and go all the way down. A little twist of that blade, person's dead. Flip the knife out. The guy falls down on his face, or girl, and that's you've executed your person. You can't survive that because you got all the main arteries. You got the heart itself. You got the liver, probably a kidney or so, as you go all the way down the body, and then give it a turn, and that makes sure that it's chicken soup inside. Twist the knife. So, I don't know if you know this. I don't know if I said it the last time. I guess 2 weeks ago, almost to the day, I was in the hospital. Marilyn drove me. I walked in on my own feet. I had acute bronchitis. And, I don't know if I got the, CB-19 or, what, I got something. And it just seems like whenever that happens, at my age, I'm, going to be 78 in just a few 90 days. And you can't, at 78 minus or 77 plus, you can't screw around. If you feel like you can't keep up with the illness, like it's getting, Marilyn says, it's getting the better of you. I said, okay, I agree. Jesus. So, so I walked in. And I, excuse me for that little blank period. I was putting it in this stand so I can walk and talk without having to hold this sucker. That's good. The microphone is very sensitive. I can sit back here. But, if I'm here, it's not overmodulating. And everyone will smell, see who the hell's talking to you. There's my coffee. Excuse me. In a big cup. I have a cup in a cup. Because this cup is a little squeezy. And I'm afraid of squeezing it too hard. So I put it in another cup with this little insulator on it. And then I can't hurt it, but it's got the styrofoam, so the coffee stays warm a whole lot longer. You put it in a China cup, oh my God. In 3 minutes, the coffee's cold. Well, I like it warm. I like it hot, better, but warm is okay. Cold? No, I don't like. I should put ice in it. Daniel likes iced coffee, so genetically we're capable of liking it. Anyway, let's go. All right, so it's the 31st. This is not connected. the internet. Could I connect this one? Let's try this. I'm going to unplug this so it's going to go way up there. Watch. Wait. It's gone. Yeah. What do we got going here? Oops. We're going to do a little quickie engineering. And this fat wire feeds the computer. See, it goes right there. But since I'm playing with this as a keyboard, let's plug that in and see what happens. Does it pop up on my available, what you call them? Click here to start. Right here. You don't see that, but I do. There it is. And we'll add this one. Engagement has worked out disastrously for the United States and our friends and partners. And yet Biden still clings to it because he thinks that he can cooperate with China on things like climate change. See, that wasn't too difficult. Okay, so now what I'm doing, let's get rid of this. All right, so today's date. And there's Robin, Brennan, Daniel. There's three of them. And Happy New Year's. With a Yingling.
Absolutely. Thank you, Gordon.
We're in our apartment 801. Okay, there's a little picture on the wall there that I recognize. I took the picture. All right, so there's Jimmy and Marilyn, Brennan, Daniel. We're at Meisner Park. I don't know who took the picture, but Marilyn, Brennan, Jimmy, Mr. Daniel. He's the big one. 6'4", 5'8", 5'9", 5'10", 8, 9, 10. 6'4". I remember telling Brennan when he was a little whippersnapper, because he was like pushing Daniel around. I said, Brennan, don't push too hard, because there will be a day where you're looking up at him and he's looking down on the top of your head, and he's going to go bang, 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 bang. So treat it nice, because he's going to be bigger. Look at that, the Pope. I got an image of the Pope, kind of like superimposed. You can't quite see him. That's Pope Benedict XVI in, a few years ago, 2005. You can see the Jesus thing. That's pretty. So there's Benedict reading something in Latin to the crowd. He's a master of a few languages, including Italian. So he could have been speaking, yes, Latin. Latin's the mother of all the European languages. There he is. If you forget what he looks like, that's what he looks like. Of course, all of this stuff is gold. It's got fingerprints from people all over the world. Yeah, it's a 1,000-year-old cross. 1,000 years. That's 20 or 30 generations of people. That's crazy. I can't get rid of this. Go away. Go away. I didn't call for you. Look at that sitting. Disappeared. Reasons. Here we go. See, there's 78,000 pictures on this iPad, on my iPhone. This mirrors everything that's in the iPhone. See, when I went home, they wouldn't let me out of the hospital without me having a supply of oxygen. So that's the indication of what's in the bottle. They paint green on top for a reason. Oxygen. So this black thing right here is a little wrench that when you turn it, opens up the oxygen. And then you see the needle's up around 2,000. The black needle is right there. That says fill, F-I-L-L. So they fill it, 2,500 PSI. The tank is good for 5,000 PSI probably. Anyway, so this is a PSI gauge. Let you know. The needle gradually goes down as you use the oxygen. So you open that up, and that charges this. So you open this valve up. Oh no, this is a clamp that holds the register on the side of the nozzle that connects to the tanks. So the gas goes up here, and then right through this regulator, going right this way. And then this you set at 3, 4, 5 liters per minute flow through this register. The flow is 0 to 15 liters per minute. So it'll go up to 15 liters a minute. So when I was out of surgery, they had me on a 30 liter per minute thing, that goes through your nose. So you're breathing almost pure oxygen every time you take a breath. So this will go up to 15 liters a minute. I like 5. So it's not blowing in your face too much. Compressed USB oxygen. O2. Produced by air liquefaction. So they compress oxygen to such a degree that it turns into a liquid. It's like minus 183 degrees centigrade. Something like that. Oop, there it is. It's up around 2,000, a little more PSI. I have a concentrator sitting next to me, which, so instead of breathing 20% oxygen, 40% nitrogen, 80% nitrogen, it concentrates it so maybe you're breathing 40% oxygen and 60% nitrogen. So a concentrator means that essentially it's removing some nitrogen and therefore it leaves more oxygen. So makes it look, it's not manufacturing oxygen, it's getting rid of nitrogen. If I were to take that apart, that's, I think, what's going on. Anyway, so that's I had to have, so I walked out with 1 cylinder, and they brought 2 more. So I got 3. So if I get to the point where I'm running out of air, I just can't catch my breath. Take some oxygen. Give yourself a break. Now, there's probably something that you could do with your, with surgery, but, at 77, if you don't need to do surgery, it's better that you don't, because it's a very drastic thing to do. So here's the Vatican, going back to Vatican City. The Pope Benedict XVI has died, and I found that out at 5 a.m. Eastern Time. Well, that's a picture. Live TV and streaming apps together. Dish tuned in to you. There he is. Just a dog. He's moving. This is a canine phenomenon that can run 45 miles per hour and jump. It's only like a 2-second clip. I pushed the wrong button on my camera. Hey, there we go. So I got a little toward it, and then you got the picture. Same setting. Different position. That's December 23rd, 2013. Same time period. Same location of the picture. So, pictures. So here's my blood oxygen. We were talking about oxygen in Jimmy's blood. So let me give you a little prognosis. So the available data is 9 of 14 days. This little thing I got on the back of my arm takes the blood oxygen level. So let's do that. We'll pause that for a minute. And I'll just pull that on here. And there's Libre. Freestyle Libre. See it up on the top? Well, you probably can't see it. Freestyle Libre link. So there is a... Damn it. Let's turn the brightness. Did you know that public schools don't allow any mention of God in the classroom? Without understanding how God shaped our nation, how can kids learn America's true history? Libre. Let's get there. You see? There's my graph. And it's almost all in the green. That's 70 to 180. So peaked over 200, came back down. No shots of insulin, nothing like that. Just it peaked up there at 3 p.m. after I had lunch, probably. I had a late lunch yesterday. So now we're going to hit the 3 little doodads right there. It looks like Wi-Fi. I'm going to do that. And then it says, I'm ready to scan. So I put this right on the back of my arm. I'll tap or wake it up. You shouldn't have to do that. Let's go to logbook. 6:59 a.m. Looks like it's 7 a.m. There you go, see? 1:37. 1:37. And 4 a.m. it was 1:36. So we'd call that stable. And you see here all my other ratings for yesterday. So it stores all this stuff in the app. There's a few more days. Anyway, it keeps track of. Now, if you had insulin, which I don't, which I want, because if it gets to 200 or 300, you give yourself a couple of units of insulin. Brings the blood sugar down fast. So next time I get on the phone with the good doctor, Thomas Lubin, good man, I'm going to tell him I want a prescription for, the little pens with the real fine needle where you stick it in your stomach, skin, give yourself. I'm very familiar with insulin. I had a dog, mocha latte, one of those. He ended up with diabetes when he was 13 years old. So I had Had to get my shot in the back of the neck 3 times a day. And you watch the blood sugar. So I know how to titrate myself. You don't give yourself too much, because then you get hypoglycemic. And you can pass out and fall on the floor. You don't want to do that either. And by the way, this is the inside of our new trains. Oops, gotta go this way. Yep, here's the green is open. The red phase 2, this goes to Orlando. Fort Lauderdale, Miami, West Palm, Boca Raton, Miami. Amazing. And phase 3 takes over to Tampa. Crap. I mean, it's a high-speed train. It goes like 80 miles an hour, which is better than a car. You sit there and you read your iPad. I don't read newspapers, so you read your iPad, and you get all your stories the way you want to see it. Here's the station in Orlando. Holy crap. It looks like Washington, D.C. Here's what a seat looks like. Very nice seat. It's two to a thing. It's wider than an airplane. Look at that. Escalators up and down. And upper level, you have to... This is a model or somebody. She got a rise on. Anyway, Latina with unmarried with deep red fingernails. There you go. Nothing to she's got a cup of Bright Line. She got a Bright Line coffee cup. That's the name of the train. Whoops. Here's the bad guy. Brian Christopher Koberger, 28 years old, arrested by state police and an FBI in Scranton, Pennsylvania, 3 a.m. yesterday morning. College student, but not University of Idaho. He was a PhD program at Washington State University. Appeared in court yesterday. 2,500 miles away. Can you imagine? All of a sudden, hello, is Brian around? No, that's not how they do it. They go in there with guns blazing. They got these, automatic weapons, which we're not allowed to have. Because we're the underlings. We're too stupid to know how to use them. Okay. Today at 4 p.m. Eastern. It's announced. Police update on Idaho. Idaho, you be the bitch. No, excuse me. There he is. Burn that in your brain. Bad guy. Bad guy. Benedict was also a prolific writer in his life, penning several books, including the acclaimed portrait. We need your help. Again, his funeral is going to be held on Thursday at St. Peter's Square. This is a plea from everybody in the community. Here are these 4 young darlings that just got murdered by this guy. So that's the tip line. You can go on tip, send an email, tip@ci.moscow.id.us. I didn't get any tips. I have no tips. Anyway, they got key rings, they got buttons, everything to keep everyone's eyes watching to see if this guy's anywhere. He's somewhere. He was hiding out in Mom's house. Didn't work. All right, here's Ted Williams, a former homicide detective. That's a Fox News contributor. He's giving his, his 2 cents on this murder of these two.
What a life lived these guys have. It influenced a lot of how committed he was to the church. And I love what Lauren Green said last time when he said, this is a guy who loved Jesus Christ. Like, ultimately, that's the core of why he... But he did say when he was...
So here's a little timeline of where they were. So you got to go over here. So at 1:45 a.m. they were there. At 1:40 a.m. these two were there. They come together to presumably go to sleep. And then the other guy shows up, sneaks in the back door, and walks upstairs and starts slicing and dicing. Terrible. Can you imagine the parents? Hey, I've got 4 kids. They're all grown. They go from 33 to 49 years old, right? 50, 51. At least 51. Daniel's 34. So, here's Brightline. So now you can see, I got this right off their website. So here's phase 1, 2, 3. They didn't. This was produced, a few months ago. This is the date up here that I was at the site, but not the date of updating on this chart, because we got Miami Central. I don't know if it goes all the way over to Port of Miami. It says future connection. So Miami Central's open, Fort Lauderdale's open, Boca Raton's open, and West Palm's open. 1, 2, 3. So on the 4th stop, you're in Miami. It probably takes an hour, maybe 45 minutes. Train travels pretty fast. But it stops, and then people come on, and then people go up, and 4 or 5 minute stop, and then bam, you're up to the next station. You go 80 miles an hour, and then you're in Fort Lauderdale. You go 80 miles an hour, and you go maybe to Aventura. It's under construction, but it goes to Miami Central for sure. Or you go northbound to West Palm Beach. Costs you 6 or 7 hours. Orlando, if that's open, it says under construction, but it could be open now, because I think I have a picture. That's a picture of the train. It's a very attractive train. And it zips through there. Here. Oh. So I think this is the Orlando one. What a station. I'm taking a picture back and forth. It's taken from the captain's seat of the Brightline train. There's the train. Get the location. But that's that station with the escalators up and down from the inside. You see the picture. It's a lot of cement and iron, and it's real heavy-duty stuff. High-speed train, those tracks have to be super duper, the tolerances, are real tight. Got the headlights on, they fly, on. It's kind of hard. It's got a little scooper duper. So if they're going real fast and you jump in front, whoosh, you go right over the top. And they find you about 50 feet away somewhere, broken into a few pieces. Suicide by train. Kind of louse up the conductor's drive on that train. Here's my blood oxygen. Here. I know you could care less. 9:18 p.m. It's 98%. That's blood oxygen. That's pretty good. Oops. This is the value of my Tesla. And notice from July 22 to November 22, the value has taken a nosedive from 80,000 down to 70,000 or 60,000. So 80, 70, 60. So it's a $20,000 slide in value. That's why, I pay for the depreciation. But you see how it levels off? Because you can sell the car right now for 60. It's got 18 months on it. It's in outstanding shape. So it's worth 67,000. And I paid 80. Wait a minute. No, not 80. This.
Another interesting tidbit is his sister. He has a 31-year-old sister who is a mental health professional in New Jersey who actually wrote a poem about the murders in Uvalde. So
all right, let's do a little forensic. I got it June.
This is a family, and
June
family. And it will be interesting to see
of
as we learn more about
not last year, the year before.
Family, and really, as you said,
so let's arrange this
so that we can see
by
signs
date.
later. What did his family know? What signs did they miss so that other families might not have to go through this?
Yeah, we'll keep you updated on that story
So
throughout
we can,
the morning here on the Fox News channel. Meanwhile, the soon-to-be Republican majority in Congress is still working on
so we can
who will be their leader. It is most likely to be Congressman Kevin McCarthy from California, but
see, library. Let's do years.
Here is Congressman McCarthy last night on primetime.
I think we all come together.
2019, would that be correct?
Everyone will get there at the end of the day. But we have to. If we want to save the American public, we're the only ones in the
January, February, March, April, May, June.
Think about it. In the 4 years that I've been leader, we've won every cycle. But we've won while the other Republicans, the governor...
I look like a pretty serious sucker. Let's see if we can find some Tesla pictures in here. Before that.
Get some prosperity moving, get our economy moving, get our borders secure, and also bring that accountability back to Washington.
I'm a Tesla interested party. So I got a lot of SpaceX Tesla pictures. Okay.
It was presumed it would be the majority was a lot tighter because it was not a red wave, it was a ripple. He's having to make concessions right now.
Yeah.
Where do you think this is
Well,
going?
it's an interesting moment because, as you know, Kevin McCarthy almost...
It's 19. Let's go 2019.
And had, a media flub, and then, lo and behold, Paul Ryan became the speaker. So
There's my two-headed cat right there.
Taken away, so you have to understand the psychology of that as well. I have heard...
Kino, caribou. We named all our pets after coffees. We're so strange. And I got this device. It's ultraviolet light. And so when you go into a restaurant, I just wave that around over where Marilyn and I are eating, and it kills all the viruses. So forget about they wipe it down. The rag is dirtier than the countertop. That's May 2020. We gotta go back another year, I think.
To vacate, to change the rules so that if he doesn't do what we want, it's going to be easier to remove him. That is a very difficult way to lead with that. So a lot of people say,
that's the current concession.
There we go. This could be. Let's go, May. Because I did some screenshots.
But yes, that is certainly on the table as a possibility. It's easier to vote for the Speaker of the House going forward in order for the vote to be Kevin McCarthy as Speaker. And you wonder if there are
see this lens right here? This lens was just announced May of 19. This is in China. And I now have it on my camera. How nice is that? So I'm going through. There's Jimmy with his electric bike. Look at that. There's the battery right in that middle part. That is a great bike. We got it in the guest room. I didn't want to leave it in the garage chained up because they just cut the chain and take the bikes. So remember, look at that. She's got her hand right on the on that big dragon. That was such a great show. I got all kinds of. What's going on here?
No offense to those committee staffers out there, but man,
that's in our own little chops restaurant. All right.
They're looking at their afterlife. They're looking at a lot of stuff. Once they leave.
I'm really surprised I cannot see any Tesla screenshots. These people are. It's
revolving door. By the way, I can see the revolving door of the Wild Horse Saloon right now. Yeah. Hope you all be. It's a better revolving door, right? More fun.
We got Trump. We got virus. Look at this. Look at this shot right here. Look at this little baby. This is mom. It's got to be mom. Got breasts. Look at that catch. All these people are trying to get the baseball, and wham, she springs out of her seat and holds on to that little kid. Feet are flying. Wham, she catches the ball. I mean, is that the world famous picture? God almighty. That's wow. Very exciting.
Walters also helped create and launch the morning talk show The View in 1997. She later resigned from the position.
Okay, so there's these three lenses. The 70-200 f2.8. I've got it. There were 1,000 of them made when I got the one I got. This guy.
It will be an honor to be broadcasting about your love and legacy. Walters is survived by her daughter, Jacqueline Danforth. Barbara Walters was 93 years old. Will Rachel
What is that lens again? I guess 13.
Thank you, Carly. I mean, Barbara Walters.
This should be the time period. There's me and my bike. There's Marilyn and her bike. We got matched pair. We rode our bikes to this park right at the Palmetto and the west side of the Intercoastal. So these three guys, this lady, they come in off their boat and they said, so I said, grab a fish, show me a picture. So look what they did. They got 2 dolphins, 3 dolphins, small, medium, and large. It's a beautiful fish. It's great to eat. And they're going to fillet it and eat it. I made sure of that. And when was this taken? June 1 at 2:02 p.m. And where was it taken? Right there. See right there? Silver Palm Park. We're standing right there, and those people were on the side of the dock. And just for the record, see, we come right this way. Let's go here. So we go this way, and then come down this way, and see what says Chops. That's the building we live in. Chops is actually over here, but it was county. This map is a little, Anyway, get rid of that. All this stuff is authentic. Marilyn, Brennan, Daniel. She's a star. There's Jimmy. This is in Tampa. United Tribe of Indians. He's Indian. He's not. I'm in my favorite little spot in the garage. Here's Brennan, a little older. This Trump, looking for, if I did a screenshot when I was playing. Let's just do this, maybe. All these shots are in date order. Look at that. Talk about a full moon. How about that for a full moon? Yes, sir. June 6th. What time of day? Well, here's this guy. Dolphin jumping out of the water. And there's our favorite folks.
Do you listen to the TV on high volume or have trouble hearing conversation?
NSA.
From hearing aids. Don't waste thousands on expensive hearing aids when you can get Nano's revolutionary technology for.
How about that for a sunset? That's nice, huh? Looking right at our balcony from 8:43 p.m. See the date up in that corner. We can go to 8:43 p.m. from right there at our balcony. And we can touch that. And so we had a corner apartment and looking straight that way. Close that off. All right, looks pretty nice. Nice cityscape. Damn it. From our balcony. This is a little breakfast on the 9th. Chinese jet.
I just wish I could have truly been present in those
Raquel Welch, I think. Say anything.
Because no one is looking for it.
Gabriella's story is one of thousands. To learn how to look for Lyme disease, go to Project.
A few 30 years ago.
Well, 93-year-old billionaire Bernie Marcus is calling out President Biden, saying he is the worst president, and that in today's world, the dwindling work ethic is destroying capitalism.
This is cameras. This is my mirrorless camera. Mirrorless. This is when I sold a 5D Mark IV. See, here's the film plane. The plane of the imager. So this is 22 millimeters. 20 millimeters exactly further away from the image than this one is. So they have a 20 millimeter adapter, and you can put these lenses on this mirrorless body. because this lens is designed to be that far away from the imager. Well, you got a gap, so you need a thing that goes between. So you can see the advantage of having a mirrorless camera because it's lighter, is smaller, and has more pixels. So EOS R as opposed to the EOS 5D Mark IV. All the controls are essentially the same. So here's the imager, and here's on mirrorless, the lens can be closer to the imager because you don't have this flippin' floppin' between the viewfinder, so you can look through the lens through a viewfinder. The image goes on the imager, and then they take the signal off the imager and just pipe that into a little tiny thing in your eyepiece. Oh, so here's the 20. Yeah. Right here. Here's that 20 millimeter adapter, basically, because you got to hold the lens 20 millimeters further away from the imager as compared to an EOS lens instead of, R lens as opposed to an E lens. This is the same 20 millimeter, but you can put in a drop-in filter. Okay, here's the 3 megapixel full frame. Just the same exact size as a 35 millimeter film image, film negative. 35 millimeters is this distance. That's why they call it a 35 millimeter film. I'm still looking for Tesla. See, I can get distracted. Here's Bert Rappaport, right? Well, he's, having a nice time. Let's see, do we have a location? We have to add a location. He's in France, I believe. Having a sip of wine.
It's great to be here enjoying Nashville. It's a great place to be. We're going to have a good time. I promise we'll enjoy it. Fox News alert: Pope Benedict died with a funeral set for Thursday. We'll monitor the events out of the Vatican today and keep you updated.
So here's rough here's the battery. It's on the floorboard. You plug the car in. This is running at 40 amps, 232 volts, and it'll add range at the rate of about 50 miles an hour. Anyway, that's Rice. So do we have any more Tesla information wrapped up here? Let's see if it's in there. Ooh. Remember, this is the overpass that collapsed. Right there in Broward County. The thing just, that car, in front of that car. I mean, you talk about being in the wrong place, wrong time. How about this guy? Some people died in this collapse. It's a major road. And thank God traffic was moving. These emergency vehicles weren't there until the emergency happened, obviously. Oh, there's SpaceX. June 12th, 2019. still looking for that Tesla picture, but this is interesting. Interesting to Jimmy, anyway. Oh my God, this is. I have these pictures on site. They were given to me by a crime scene photographer. I showed him about this site. I helped him in his laboratory with Photoshop, telling him how he can, work on these images.
Call 1-877-400-4264. Hi, I'm Skip Dietz, college baseball umpire. I just didn't feel like I had that same energy. I saw Balance of Nature on television commercials, and I said, you know what, I'm going to try this. About a month after I began taking it, I just felt like I had an increased energy, an increased feeling of wellness. I feel great every single day.
Jumpstart your journey to better health for the new year and get $25 off plus a free fiber and spice when you use discount code Fox News. The appeal of Tavala for me was just being able to.
I believe these two rockets came back from outer space and landed themselves. Oh my God, there's a. Look at her face.
It makes me feel really happy that I don't have to. I mean, who doesn't want to have a personal chef? Tavala, your secret.
My whole life is a bet.
Get it risk-free for 100 days at Tavala.com. At the Real luxury is Hermes. Scoring something amazing for 90% off retail. It's
I just bought it.
every day.
Raytheon stock.
Shop now and get 20% off.
Raytheon. Remember that Raytheon manufactures those missiles. Well, we just signed up to give them $3 or $4 billion worth of missiles. Guess who makes them? Raytheon. So with a new round of deficit spending, here Maryland's getting sworn in a couple years ago as a director of the, what do you call it, Rotary Club on the board of directors. There's the official bell and mallet. This is the president, and this is a regional guy who came in to swear them in. This fellow, Maryland, and another guy behind there. There's 3 or 4 of them. They got sworn in. The Broken Sound Club, June 21. They had a professional photographer, not this event, but of another event. It was an annual event, and the professional photographer got sick or something and left. And they got this whole event that's just like naked. I said, well, I'll take it. I'll take the pictures for you. You know, I'm supposed to be a professional photographer, so let me do it. Look at that. How many pictures like that? That's my cat Kino. And it had to be in July because, see those plates? Those are 4th of July plates or year-end plates. June, yeah, that's right, coming into July 4th. Yeah, this is a speed test. Look at all those, how fast that was running. Okay. Maryland visited Milwaukee. What does she do? She gets on television. Come on. Where the hell was Jimmy? She's right on the field. And she's being celebrated because her mother, these are all sisters. Sister. Maryland. Maryland's in the middle, of course. And they're on the Jumbotron, and they're reporting for themselves. That's what you do in television. Oh my God. There's probably a picture. There's the dugout. There's gonna be a game in a minute.
Thank you for having me. You got it. Happy New Year. All right, another Fox News alert this morning. Former Pope Benedict
has passed away at the age of 95.
Got a picture of them on the jumbo. This is it. So they're actually on the big jumbotron. There's, see, Rose. That is Marilyn's mother. She's being celebrated, and these are the daughters. Judy, Marilyn, Jane. They're waving to the crowd. But that's, you see, that's the, but that picture is the entire jumbotron of the home of the Milwaukee Brewers. That is the sign. Yeah. Needs to be corrected a little bit, but I'll let it go. Let's look this. Yeah. Is that way? It constantly goes. This lady has to get set in her walker. Marilyn doesn't need a walker. Okay. A little bit. They're waving at the crowd. For your most brilliant smile, Crest has you covered. See, there's the camera for the whole stadium on the jumbotron is right here. Right where. And they're waving at the camera because they're saying, hey, wave at the camera because you're on the jumbotron, which is like behind them. They can't see it. So there you go. That's the actual stadium shot right there. That's the money shot. Yep. This is, right before they were. There it is. There's an old stadium here. They're like down here.
The issues that I deal with on a daily basis, I don't have to worry. It allows me more time with my family.
You see that camera right there? That's what's connected to the jumbotron. But the producer, they have, they've seen got a lot of people here. He hasn't. See, they're looking around. There's the jumbotron. They're not on the jumbotron yet. The camera's like over this way. It's going to come around over this way after a bit. They're talking about her mother. You see, those people were down the other side. There's Marilyn and them again. This needs to be worked on. Edit. Oh, God. Cancel that. So this has already been edited. Let's go back here to this one. Shadows. Oh, we're already at the maximum of shadows. Highlights. Brilliance.
I'm a part of the family now.
Gonna brighten that up a little bit. Now we need some color. Looks washed out. There we go. We get the field. And we would turn up the blacks. Oops, gotta turn that color back down a little bit. Alright, that's not my favorite shot, but what are you gonna do? And I can't find anything with Tesla.
The world is in mourning as the Vatican announces the death of Pope Benedict XVI at the age of 95. So what did the former pontiff seen by many as the spiritual North Star mean to more than 1.3 billion Catholics worldwide? Joining us now
Strange.
contributor Jonathan.
All right, we got.
Jonathan, so great to have you this morning. I know it's a sad occasion, but love having you. And not everyone who's watching understands perhaps what this means for Catholics.
This is Happy New Year.
And also what it might
This is a couple of years ago, Thanksgiving. Okay.
the rest of the world.
And we're at a football game. She's singing the national anthem.
Talk to me about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had the pleasure and the honor of being in the Vatican for 9 years as a Catholic priest. As many of our viewers know,
I think it's time to say goodbye for now.
Good standing, but as a
Say goodbye.
theologian looking